This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of an offensive guard on the football field, but getting an elementary school crossing guard. Sure, they're both guards, but you can only trust one to keep your quarterback safe when the game is on the line. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello, I'm Diane Morgan. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, who cares? I'm here to explain Italian Time, a holiday phenomenon where Italians throw away their clocks and gather for eternity with San Pellegrino. I've been at this party so long that I've eaten 5 courses, hugged someone's grandma twice, and been offered a job in the family restaurant. So this holiday season, make sure to bring enough San Pellegrino to last you through the meal, the after meal, and the entire goodbye ritual. San Pellegrino, holiday on Italian Time.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
Game's over. Time to check my fantasy scores.
You using a VPN?
Why?
Because using public Wi-Fi without a VPN is like leaving your wallet open on the table.
Oh. Time to up my defense.
McAfee Secure VPN keeps your personal information private and is included in all McAfee plans starting at just $39.99 for your first year. Sign up at McAfee.com/online protection.
Anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking.
Back at it again with another shade of blue. We are the Kansas City Soccer Journal. My name's Cody Bradley. I've got Thad Bell, Robert Russert, and Kerry Robinson here. Happy holidays to you all. Thank you for joining me. Sporting Kansas City has been kind of silent. We didn't get anything from them. They are still a team without a coach and really without any players. Well, we had a draft. We're going to talk about that. There's a rumor. We're going to talk about that. But Thad, I want to start here because I've seen at least the Sporting Kansas City subreddit is lamenting the current situation with Sporting. And it's starting, I guess, at a certain point, it's going to start to feel fair to wonder where the heck is a coach. We had the rumors and when we're going to start getting some players. So I started seeing people like really go down a dark hole here of, does Mr. Burns know what he's doing and everything like this? So I guess make some people feel better about the current situation for Sporting.
Man, I don't know if I can make them feel better because, I mean, people are going to believe what they want to believe no matter what.
Yeah, and you're always just famously positive, so that's why I went to you on this.
Well, look, I cannot believe that they don't have any movement. What I can believe is that they have been so busy doing stuff that they just aren't really doing the announcements because David Lee, Mike Burns, and like one other person in the whole department. Like that was, remember, like they didn't have a head of scouting. They didn't have this. They didn't have that. They got to hire a head coach, an assistant coach, a goalkeeper coach, a medical staff, like a head of the medical staff person, SKC2 coach, assistant coach.
So does anyone work for this team currently?
Well, that's how bare bones it was when this all happened. I mean, like I was joking, like they needed to make an announcement every 2 or 3 days to even come up with a bare bones team.
Right.
And I just wonder if they're going to like, on January 10th, we're going to like do physicals and they're going to head off to Florida, like right after that. And they're going to say, oh, by the way, here's the roster we have. Here's the 16 players you knew about. Here's 5 we've signed. Here's 4 trialists. Here's 3 draft picks that are also going to be camp. Draft pick from last year is going to be in camp. Oh, by the way, here's the heck. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that is.
Okay, so yeah, you mentioned 16 players. Is that including the 4 that they picked up in the draft?
No, just one of them. Because one of them is a Generation Adidas, so he is under contract when they drafted him.
Okay. Robert, are you starting to question things? Why don't we have a coach? Why don't we have any players?
Well, if you remember when David Lee was introduced, what did he say his number one priority was? I have it written down from notes from his press conference, to hire a head coach so they
Yes,
can collaborate on player acquisitions.
that's right.
What? Now,
Okay.
now they could be behind the scenes just negotiating contract numbers, for this head coach, and he is or he is contributing to player acquisitions and things like that. Very possible, I guess. I kind of doubt it, but it is possible. And then, like Thad said, January 10th, it's less than 2 weeks away, they report for medicals. So yeah,
Wow.
there's going to be a heck of a lot of movement coming here. But of course, we know they're going to sign players while they're in camp, building up to the season. So there is time. But yeah, it just reeks a little bit now of incompetence, in a sense. So David Lee's kind of doing something he's only done for the first time. He's doing the first time with Kansas City. He's kind of flying solo in a sense. Obviously, he's got some help, but he's always had the big Man City, you know, field behind him where he could pull players from, but that's not the case now.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of trusting the process a little bit, and I was not feeling that the anything was incompetence, as you said at this point. But
That might be a
now,
bit strong.
no,
Yeah.
but now honestly, now that you've reminded me that it's a couple of January 10th, like what the heck? People are going to be listening to this like on the first. So it's not that far away. And yeah, I guess at a certain point we do have to start wondering. But Thad said before we started here that this next week we could get a whole string of announcements. So
We could.
yeah, go ahead.
Officially, like just for example, England's transfer window opens on the 1st.
Okay, yeah.
So teams won't be just letting players go until then. So I mean, that's just one example. I think most of Europe will be very similar time
You heard it
frames,
here
right?
first. Thad says we're signing an Englishman. I saw Carrie kind of smile at that. She was like, "Wait, does he know something? I don't know.
No,
Is that a rumor?"
no, I do not know something about that. I'm just saying, like some of these transfer windows, they might be doing these deals and they're just not making the announcements, right? So I don't know. Okay, I worry also, but just talking about a coach, if it was Rafa Wiki, whatever his name is, or the other guy, they're both like up in Scandinavia area that we've heard about, and we don't know who the third one was. We know it's not Benny Feilhaber now because USL leaked his signing with El Paso, but one of those guys, they might still be with the team. They're still in Europe and stuff. They don't want to necessarily make the big announcement until they can say, by the way, we just hired so and so to be our head coach, and the press conference will be on the next 2 days, something like that. They typically don't do that, and when they're so under the gun, I don't think David Lee wants to be having a press conference every other day with a new signing.
Right. Yeah.
So it may be that they're just stacking these up to bulk them out at some point, or they could just have nobody, and we could be going into the season with Mike Burns as the head coach.
Well, Borger did say that they are in the final stages of signing a head coach, but you got to worry though. Is this like number 3, number 5 on their list of coaches they wanted? Number 7? Where does this person land? That's something to worry about or wonder about anyway.
It does just kind of suck, hearing about all these other teams signing
Yes.
goalkeepers, which we should have picked up Dane Sinclair. I'm just saying, have a 5th goalkeeper. Who would be mad about that?
Yeah.
Even St.
He
Louis
would
is a
have
head
been
coach
because he
now.
doesn't want to come here.
Yeah, it's the SpongeBob meme a little bit, looking out the window at the other MLS teams running around having fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard head coach by Christmas. Christmas is past.
No Christmas present there.
No Christmas present. I did not find a body under my tree this year, whether a coach or a player.
Usually
So
I bury them
maybe-
under trees in the forest, like it's shallow grave. But that's not what you meant, though.
No.
So maybe they knew this whole Chiefs thing was going to happen, so they didn't want to announce anything and compete with all that news. So they're just waiting. It's a tactical marketing thing.
I know we'll get to this later, but right now, Sporting doing nothing to me is better than the current doing something. But we'll get to that later.
So Carrie had to remind me before we started here that there was an MLS draft. Like how far that draft has fallen and how inconsequential it seems these days. But so Carrie, I would normally go to you because you were the one that brought it up. But Now that I'm recalling it, I remember that the names of the players were very extravagant, which means I'm going straight to Thad Bell to give us the list of names that Sporting Kansas City drafted in the 2025 MLS Super Draft.
Cody likes me to do these because he knows growing up in Orchard Farm, Missouri, and stuff like that, I just never did learn to pronounce names. But I will do my absolute best. The first pick was Kwaku Ajibang,
Okay.
midfielder. He is a Generation Adidas, uh, born in Ghana. Seems pretty talented. He's on the roster because he's a Generation Adidas, so he's already paid for. Boom. That was
Okay.
the fourth pick overall.
Love a
The next one,
Generation Adidas guy.
yeah. Next one is Nikos Clark Tozak, defender. Uh, could play a couple different spots, I think, but center back being one of them. The next one, Saddam Masareka.
Wow. Even
Yeah.
the even the phonetic pronunciations from the press release didn't really help on that one.
Masareka is the best I
Okay.
can do off of that. Ford, um, born in
Forward.
Uganda, went to Maryland, and then the last one is Blake D'Agostino, another Ford. So
Okay.
did I
Okay.
do
Thank you for
okay?
that report. Yes, well done.
We should have a regular segment, pronunciations by Thad.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Some youth and some forwards. That's good to hear. There was another rumor. We did have a Sporting Kansas City rumor. I love whenever Mike hops into the Slack before I see it on any social media. So this is Julian Shehu. See, I had to go for a pronunciation I don't know either, and I didn't have the phonetic. 27-year-old Albanian midfielder. What do we think, Thad? We were talking the difference between a rumor and a report. And I think that just depends on the source that it comes from. And so I think we're filing this under rumor. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know. We can go either way. I is the Polish goal site, so it seemed like a pretty reasonable report is that there was interest, but there was also interest from two other teams.
Right.
And looking at him play, highlights, you always like I've watched so many highlight videos of people who look amazing when you look at their highlight videos, and then when you get them in camp, they're not quite so amazing. But
Well, and I know part of what he does is he's a defensive midfielder, and that can be difficult to find a good highlight reel for a defensive midfielder.
well, what it's interesting though is like some people go he's a defensive midfielder, some say he's an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
And if you look over the last couple of years, like one year he played more defensive mid or center mid, and then this last season so far he's played more attacking mid slash center mid. So he looks like a guy who can play anywhere in the middle, which he has. If you look, he has some line breaking ability. He does some decent dribbling of the ball, but again, highlights.
Robert,
Yeah,
did
but
you
the
watch your own
thing,
highlight reel?
the thing there is, though, hopefully he's a defensive midfielder because he finished none of his chances, even in the highlight video.
He had like 4 goals.
Statistically, yes, but we didn't see any of them.
Well, the highlight reel that I saw the most from was actually from like 2 years ago when he had no
Right,
goals.
yeah, yeah.
But the last 2 years he had like 3 or 4 goals.
Okay, so Thad, you haven't spoken to anyone with the team about this? Did you get a response about anything?
No, this has like all been over Christmas time.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna bug anybody about this because what's the answer going to be? Well, we'll let you know when something is ready to be announced. And
You'll get the
uh,
email.
yeah, if it was like a regular middle of the season, I would bug somebody to say, "Hey, by the way," but right now, Christmas time, off season, I know they did make the thing the other day with St. Luke's Hospital like a couple weeks ago, being the shirt sleeve sponsor and all that stuff. So
hmm
I tried to pressure like how many announcements we're going to have, and they're like, "Well, we'll have the draft coming up." Thanks.
Thad, I think for the first time ever, you might actually want to talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah, in a way.
Just because something bad happened, I just feel like I know you never want to talk about pointy ball, as you call it, but I feel like you would like to revel in this a little bit.
I don't know if revel in it is quite the right word, but yeah, with the announcement, the Chiefs going to Kansas is going to spend like $3 billion to build the Chiefs a stadium, and
The people of Kansas are gonna.
yeah, yeah, and then Olathe is going to build the training center and offices so that they can spread out the tax increment financing stuff or whatever that stuff is they do, and more people will be able to get charged with it. And more power to them. I'm tired of paying for stadiums, but
Stupid
anyway.
Kansas. I know it is just fascinating. We don't need to get hung up on that. I know you want to go somewhere with it, but it's just interesting that as the rest of the country seems to go the other way, where owners are asking for less public financing and cities and votes are rejecting that kind of thing, that Kansas, man, freaking Kansas, so backwards, was just like, yes, here's $2 billion from our people.
It's their choice, and I that's fine. Like I'm sad to see the Chiefs move to Kansas, not because I hate Kansas or anything else, just because of the long tradition at Arrowhead. I hate to see what happens with Arrowhead once that's done. I think they'll be less likely to be able to get World Cup games after that because it'll be a home stadium. They still do. They still will play them. They still have that opportunity. I just think it's a little bit less. I don't know how they're going to build it, if they're going to build it so it's easily usable to make into a soccer field. Like the stadium in Atlanta can play pointy ball or soccer very easily, and the way the stuff's configured. I don't know if they'll care, quite honestly, but I hope they do. I hope it's so that they can still pull in big soccer games and stuff like that. But just a couple comments I heard some fans make, one was like, well, how is this going to affect sporting? It's really not going to affect sporting a whole lot. They will be slightly less likely to have a Sunday game than they did before, just because of traffic patterns. They won't be like right next to each other. They won't be sharing the same parking lots like the racetrack does. So it shouldn't be an effect in that. And then one of the other most insane comments I've heard was, well, sporting should now move to Arrowhead because they'll have a bigger stadium. No, no,
Good times back in
no.
the cavernous Arrowhead.
So I haven't heard all the stuff about how they sold Kansas on this, but I accidentally walked into Hy-Vee when the Mitch Holtis show was in the Hy-Vee. Like they were broadcasting from Hy-Vee. And I didn't know it. I just walked in. I hear Mitch Holtis's voice. Nothing against him and stuff, but he's doing the party line, right? Yeah, the new stadium. They'll be able to have all these new opportunities, new concerts, new events, and new this, that, the other thing that we weren't able to do before because it was, Arrowhead and outdoors, and it'll be so much nicer. They'll have this. They'll have over 300 events a year.
No
And I
way.
went, literally, like flipped him off from the produce aisle. I went, that fucking never works.
Once a day, at least.
And somebody like looks over at me like, while they're picking their tomatoes, like, you cussed. I'm like, because that was crazy. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, because the current stadium has had all those concerts that that they've mentioned.
Yeah, every
Sporting's
stadium.
too.
Sporting had big concerts there for a while. Big being
Buzz
Farm
Beach Ball.
Aid and
That was it. They had Buzz Beach Ball for like 3 years, and then not really much
RIP.
else.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, and then you get tired of having your fields torn up and not making money off of it, and every place does that. Sprint Center is going to draw in an NHL team and an NBA team, and and a women's NBA team, and all this stuff, and none of that's happened because they're making more money because they're making the concerts. So you can only have so many venues. No, like how many people are going to travel to Kansas City to go to a big concert when that could have traveled to Atlanta or LA or Miami or some other place. So it's just a selling point that I think is false. But we'll see. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I am just genuinely not all that bothered by this. Like, I'm just kind of over it. Screw the Hunts. Get out of here. I don't really care anymore. I don't go to that. I don't go to the stadium really ever for a game unless I get a free ticket. So I'll go once every couple years, the same as I have been.
I think I've been to that stadium more for soccer games in the last 2
Yeah.
years than I have
Yep.
Chiefs games.
100%.
I've been to one Chiefs game in my life.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I haven't been there for a Chiefs game, not because I hate the Chiefs or anything, just because I don't enjoy the experience of those
Yeah.
games, the way the fans are, and all that stuff.
Football is better at home. 100%. Sit there with Red Zone and have fun.
And because it's
Any sport is better than an outdoor stadium anyway. I don't like dome sports.
and this new Chief Stadium is so much for the fans, so much for the fans that they reduced the seating capacity by like 15,000. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. Let's go to break. We'll be right back.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, Hilton stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, a holiday you're saving.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. This season, enjoy spacious, comfortable rooms and friendly service when you book with Hilton instead. Hilton for the stay.
The Subaru Share the Love event is on from November 20th to January 2nd. During this event, Subaru donates to charities like Meals on Wheels, and so far has supported the delivery of nearly 5 million meals to our aging neighbors. When you purchase or lease a new vehicle during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru and its retailers will make a minimum $300 donation to charity. Visit Subaru.com/share to learn more.
Here's to quitting. Quitting the couch for a quick run. Quitting the snooze button for a morning workout. Quitting giving up after 2 weeks. You see, staying committed to your fitness goals isn't easy. But with Apple Watch, you don't have to do it alone. Because Apple Watch gives you real-time motivation, plus advanced metrics that track all your workouts, so you can stick to your New Year's fitness resolutions. And once and for all, quit quitting with Apple Watch. iPhone 11 or later required.
All right. Thad Bell has some gripes.
I don't know. Carrie, do you want to start with this one or do you want me to?
You can go ahead. Current have done a lot this offseason.
We're
Maybe they
unhappy
should
with the
have.
current. Yeah, we're unhappy with the current around here.
So it seems like a interesting two sides of something here. We're very unhappy with Sporting for not doing anything, and right now some of us are happy with Current for doing something. They've not officially announced the hiring of Chris Armas, who is basically a 3-time MLS reject now. Most famously for just having been fired in October, I think, from the Rapids.
Right.
I mean, yes, they finished above Sporting, but they lost twice to Sporting Kansas City in 2025, which is a unique, ignominious result in itself.
Yeah.
And Chris Armas also notably for having yelled at one of our brethren from the Burgundy Wave on the last press conference after the last game, and insulted them. But that's fine. Maybe he can come in. Maybe I have complete confidence this is not a Vlaco hire, because if it was a Vlaco hire, it would have been Milan Ivanovic or Freya Combe. Either one of those two.
Is this like friend of a friend and, brother-in-law of someone? Like, how did this why would someone think that he would be great at this? I'm not understanding the value of this hire.
Perhaps because he is amenable to what somebody above him would want to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
I know some fans would complain about Vlaco having played Mary Long last season, but I very much defended it because she is a good player. She's young. She was getting time here and there. And I think it was very valid. She's a youth national team player, just like Pfeiffer, which we'll get back to in a second. Like Claire Hutton was just 18 and she was getting playing time over the first season at Vlaco's here and all that stuff. So you develop young players by getting them time here and there and giving them opportunities and, getting them learning.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't play her like overly a lot. And I just wonder if maybe they're looking for a coach that will be willing to play more often. And
that's interesting.
Maybe, they're becoming the billionaire version of a Reina family. I don't know.
I don't think that's necessarily like some crazy conspiracy theory. Obviously, Vlatko is a highly sought after coach and was doing a good job. And so I've been searching for something, and, that is something.
I will say Vlaco wanted to make the transition to being the sporting director, whatever the official term is, over all of the current long family of teams, the HB Code, the youth systems and all that stuff. And I think they're going to hire. I think they're going to add another team in Europe at some point soon. Soon being
Interesting.
relative time, 6 months, a year. I don't know, but
This does seem like a hire that's really going to test people saying any coach could win with a Temple Chewinga, with a Michelle Cooper, with the Claire Hutton,
Mm-hmm.
all on the field together. So, time to test
Yeah.
that theory.
yeah. But we shall see. Will Bia be back? She's not been re-signed yet.
Yes, they
And
just created a like a designated player type situation. It's kind of messy. It's called high performance players. Uh,
high impact. Is it high
high
impact?
impact players. Yes, hip. It's a hip law.
Nice.
Where they have rules about what players can be paid past the salary cap, but other players can't be. So, for example, like Claire Hutton is on it because she's played so much with the national team last year, but like Lynn Bilandolo wouldn't be on there.
Michelle Cooper's not on there, even though she's played a lot with the national team. She just missed the last camp because of injury.
So it's a little messy there, but that is now like a designated player type situation as well.
But it's really bizarre because part of the calculation of this is, were you on the ESPN top 50 players list? Were you on the this something something top players list? And a lot of those, like the Ballon d'Or and things like that. So a lot of those are,
European
US,
based.
yeah, the US based players don't get the same votes as the European based players over there. So it's just very, very weird. And it, I, I don't think it should be done the way they're doing it.
It's like it's basically NWSL saying what players can or can't be paid extra.
Right. Instead of just, you can go sign DPs. Which at one point MLS did do that essentially. They said they were like, oh, you can sign Beckham to a DP, but you can't sign this person. So they did actually do that for a while.
The one I wanted to hear you guys talk about is Alex Pfeiffer. What happened? Someone explain that to me. Where's she at?
She has, according to their press release, mutually agreed to part ways. However, if you look at social media and her mom and some of the other comments out there, it wasn't so much a mutually agreed thing.
Ah, okay. So mutually agreed in quotation marks.
Right. Very talented player, came back from injury last season, 2025, and was in the World Sevens football, was the best player for the current down there easily. Her and Ellie Wheeler, but Pfeiffer really. Um, Tons of upside, good winger. You know, I just don't. There's no logic to that unless
Yeah.
she wanted to leave, and very much from the way the comments were made from family member and other stuff, doesn't seem like she wanted to go.
Mm.
Now she'll end up in some team somewhere and score a lot of goals.
Yeah, definitely a player it's definitely gonna come back and bite us.
Yes. So
Some interesting decisions.
yeah, there's no logic to it that anybody can really see, and anybody I've talked to can't understand it either. So between getting rid of her, the hiring of Armis, uh, and it just feels like there's a lot of meddling going on by people who are not necessarily the soccer knowledge, but it's to achieve a certain goal.
So she is officially, they have already parted ways, as
Yes.
in you could reach out to her and for comment rather than reaching out through the team for comment.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Okay. Are they doing anything good? I know they've signed some players. Do we like any of those signings, Carrie?
Yeah, there's been 5 signings. One goalkeeper from North Carolina, two defenders out of college, a forward, and I don't know what Brewer plays. Is that also defense?
Center back. She's a
Center
really
back.
good center back.
Yes. Mila Brewer is probably the most talked about of this group. She's a KC local. She's played in the Teal Rising Cup. She has a year of college soccer already under her belt, and she's only 16.
I like this Kolo Soliafu. That's a hell of a name right there. She's destined to be a star.
From the name alone.
Yes, that's how I do my judging.
No comment on Amelia being spelled like Tim Melia.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is an interesting first name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that how it's spelled?
No, it's Meila.
Oh.
It's close.
Good try.
It's close.
I was just yes-anding Robert there.
No,
Just switch the I and the L. It's close enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's close. She's a really good player. I've actually seen her play over the last couple of years with different events and teams and stuff like that.
And that's the KC local?
Yeah. I was actually kind of disappointed they had not already signed her by the time they did. So that is a very good signing.
There were Reddit posts a few years ago, maybe last year, of people claiming to be like friends with like her parents, and there were claims that she had been offered contracts around the country, but her family just like did not want her to go to like Gotham or somewhere that's not home at such a young age.
She's one of the players that has practiced with the team for a fair amount over the last year or so, 2 years. Again, that's a really good signing. Very happy with that one.
Funny aside, her and Mary Long became fast friends.
Okay, interesting offseason so far for the Current. We will be right back. All right. I really should have been teasing this the whole time, but Thad Bell has a game for us. As always, doesn't have a name. It's not all the way thought through. We're going to kind of figure it out as we go through it. We're open to suggestions. Once you all hear the game, then help us name it.
How about like anti-match game?
The anti-match game. It sounds like there's also a little bit of Family Feud, reverse Family Feud kind of thing going on.
Sure.
Without the families.
I have seen this on
We are
other
a family, Cody.
pods.
True.
Other pods and YouTube channels and such forth. That gave me the idea for this one. So here's the premise: is I asked my daughter a bunch of questions today for different things related to soccer, and it was either her first reaction or her favorite thing.
Okay.
And I will ask this, and the goal is that you do not match her. So just as an example, if I said my daughter's favorite Scottish soccer player that played in Kansas City, and maybe she says Johnny Russell, if you say that, you're out. You're done. You've lost.
What? She didn't say Mo Johnson?
I'm just using this as an example. I did not ask her that question. But if you said Mo Johnson, you would be good and you could continue. So part of this is you have to think of what my daughter would say and then go the opposite direction.
Okay, so yeah, Family Feud in that it's not an audience. It's your daughter is the audience, and there's
one
no
out
families.
of one.
Right,
So
and we're going the opposite of what she said.
Yeah, so don't think like a 24-year-old woman.
Yeah, okay.
She's 21.
Okay.
But she has
Don't
been
think like a
going to
21-year-old one.
sporting and FCKC games since she was little.
All right, so Carrie, don't think like yourself.
Okay.
All right.
I'm aging myself.
Yeah, you guys should at least be close. But she's probably been to more soccer games than you at this point.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's fair.
The first question is an outdoor soccer player in Kansas City who scored more than one goal for their team last year. So I'm giving you a pretty wide range.
An outdoor soccer player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a Sporting Kansas City or a KC Current.
She would have said Temwa Chawinga. So I'm gonna say Daniel Shallowy.
Robert?
That's who I was actually going to say.
You got to say somebody different.
Right, I know. I'm going to say Claire Hutton.
She didn't score 2 goals.
She didn't?
Man, it really felt like she did. Yeah. She got that first one. I'm remembering now.
So give me somebody else.
Somebody else. Okay.
He lost already. He said,
yeah, I thought so. Give me another chance.
No, I'll give you another chance. This is.
Oh, okay. All right.
By the way, Claire did not score a goal for KC Current. She scored a goal for the national team.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you've been you're at the back now, Carrie.
Okay.
Mason Tory.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a great answer, Carrie.
All
A little
right.
Toy Story up here.
So, Robert, give me somebody else.
What? Oh, it's my
You're
turn again. Oh, I thought I was out. Okay, I'm just
no,
listening.
you're not
I
out.
thought you moved on. I was confused too.
I just put him to the back of the line.
All right, we'll go with Michelle Cooper.
All right, you are all safe. Her choice was a really, really obvious one, Decky.
Right.
Oh,
All right. She actually went to more sporting games last year than current by far, which it wasn't a lot because she's been busy working. But her favorite FC KC player.
favorite. Wait, favorite what player?
FC
FC
Kansas City.
Oh shit.
Is that too hard?
No.
Okay. Cody, you went first last time.
Yeah, give me a second.
Robert,
I
you want to
can
go
go.
first?
I think Carrie wants to go.
Carrie.
There's no way she said Shea Groom.
Honestly, that she might have.
All right. So Carrie's down for Shay.
I'll go Becky Sauerbrunn.
Ah,
Robert.
jeez.
Honestly, that might be her favorite though. I'm nervous about that.
I just feel like she's smart enough to not say Shea.
Do you need hints of who some FCKC players were, Robert?
I suck at these things.
I would have been absolutely lost without Becky Sauerbrunn, if I'm being honest with you.
That's what I was gonna do.
Lauren Cheney Holiday.
Oh, there's
Alex-
one player.
Amy
One player played for
Rodriguez.
both.
Lola Bonta.
Lola Bonta. So give
Oh,
me
right.
one of those players. I gave you answers.
I'll go with Lola Bonta.
All right. Cody, you're out.
Yeah, I was in trouble with that one.
But the funny thing is, she came very close to saying Shea Groom. She liked Shea Groom.
Well, I figured that maybe she'd like her then, but like as she's seen Shea play in other places, then
Because she probably
the
hasn't
like
seen
would
her
go
play
down a
that
little
much since then.
Okay.
But that's good. So
Okay, keep it rolling.
So Cody, you can join Robert's team now, but Robert gets the first answer because he's been struggling.
Okay.
Favorite winning moment for Sporting Kansas City in the Vermees era? Robert, you want to go first or no?
Sure, I'll go first. 2017 U.S. Open Cup.
Gonna go for that one. St. Louis playoffs in St. Louis.
Do you want to join back in, Cody, or you want to?
No, she said the St. Louis one.
I don't know. There's
I'm
a lot
gonna-
of trophies out there though.
She would have been really young, right, for the 2013. No, that's probably her favorite though. Childhood memory. I'll say the 2015 Open Cup.
You're all wrong, which is good.
Yeah.
It was the 2012 Open Cup when Eddie Johnson skied the ball.
it. That's a great one.
We still talk about that relatively often. All right, so two of you are technically still alive. Cody's still playing just for the fun of it. The next one is favorite former Barcelona related player. So player that played for Barcelona, Barca B, was in the academy.
Andrea Fontes.
Her favorite's Jordy. I already know that. Or maybe Yuri.
Well, it can't be Fontes because his name automatically adds an extra S to the end of his name in my phone.
Yeah, Fontes is a good one. There's no way that he would be her favorite.
Carrie, you're gonna say Fontes?
Yes.
Robert?
I'm gonna have to say Ilya, though, I'm afraid.
Cody?
Ooh. I'll say Yuri.
It was Ilya.
I figured it was.
I saw the smirk on Robert's face.
You mean on
Ilya's
fans?
everybody's favorite. It might be just favorite without the Barcelona part.
No, that's one of her favorite players of all time for sure.
Yeah.
He came up to her because she would come with me to go down to Swope Park Rangers games, and he walked up like this guy comes like just walking up, goes, "May I hug your daughter?" And I'm like, "What the hell? Oh, it's Ilya." And when I saw who it was, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, you're a super nice guy."
Take my kid.
All right, I think technically Carrie has won this game. Do you want to go a couple more rounds just for the fun of it?
Let's do it.
We got a couple more. We can go rapid fire.
Okay. A player that has played in Kansas City that has played on the U.S. men's national team. Who did she not say?
Brad Davis.
Damn, Carrie's good at this game. I'm gonna say Benny Feilhaber because you don't think of him as someone that actually played for the national team, but he did technically.
Same thing. Preki.
Very good. She said Zusi. A little more recency
Okay.
bias on that one.
I was guessing Beasler.
All right, now let's do the U.S. women's national team version. Player that's played in Kansas City who played for the U.S. women's national team. Wrong answer.
Lola
Not-
Bonta.
Nicole Barnhart.
Robert?
I don't want to say Sauerbrunn. I think it'll be that. So I'm going to say Claire Hutton.
She said low.
Ah, god damn it.
Recency
Come on.
bias.
That's like a brand new one. I thought I was safe.
I know. That's all right. A head coach of a professional outdoor team in Kansas City. What name did she not say?
Burmese.
Matt Potter.
Ron Newman.
You're all safe. She said Vlaco right off the bat.
Yeah, Ron Newman. That's a good one.
All right. I had one that I threw at her, but this is not really completely in the game. But her first 3 soccer crushes. These are ones you'd have to name, so it's not really fair.
Like as they were Kansas City players or anywhere in the world.
Matt Beasler's on there.
Yeah, gotta be Beast. But Zusi too,
No.
the Glocks, the glorious locks, Graham Zusi.
Are we trying to match her this time?
This time you're
No
trying
for
to match.
Zusi. Or, no, he said no for Beasler.
Yeah. These are, I will tell you, they were all Wizards players.
Wizards players. Oh.
Jimmy Conrad.
Nope.
Davey Arnaud.
Nope.
Kerry Zavagnin.
Nope.
Paulo Nagamura.
No.
Well, good lord. Who am
I know this is hard. I know this
Jimmy
is why
Conrad?
No.
Not Alexei Lawless.
No, she would not have been alive for that. She was 3, and he wore the first one. She was 3. He wore number 3, and he had long dark hair like she did at the time.
Oh, Nick Garcia.
Yep.
Huh.
Her second one was a very short-lived one because he played mid 2007 to mid 2008 because they got rid of him.
All right.
Scored 1 goal. Yeah.
Attractive Wizards players.
I didn't say he was attractive. This is when she's 4 years old. There's reasons that 3 and 4-year-olds see players and go, "Oh, he's my favorite player."
Right. Scored 1 goal 2007, 2008. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's not Carlos Marinelli, is it?
No, but you're all kind of close. Argentinian. I think he's Argentinian.
I'm of no help here.
Eloy Columbano.
Of course.
Exactly.
And who's the other one?
This one had longer blonde hair, surfer dude.
That should be easy.
He was also a
Chance Myers.
Yeah, there you go. Chance
Right, yep,
Myers.
yep.
I couldn't think of
Yep.
him.
So that was her first 3 soccer crushes. Like,
Okay.
I think Chance Myers was our last. Was he generational Adidas as well? Is he our last GA player?
I've been missing him as an outside back. I'm not sure we ever actually replaced him as an outside back.
anyway, so there.
Okay, and we learned a lot about your daughter.
She has seen a lot of soccer.
All right. Any final thoughts here? Last show of the year. What's up with the comments, Thad?
They just won the I-70 Cup.
Oh,
really most prestigious cup in the world.
Wow, they beat them again? How many times have they played in St. Louis? Oh yeah, there's fewer teams, or they probably play them a bunch, huh?
Well, because of stupid scheduling, and this always pisses me off. You know, we've discussed this lots of times when we talk about MLS scheduling. Like, why do they not? Why is it so bad sometimes? Why do they not schedule 2 games in the Northwest or in California or Texas or whatever, so you can have better fan trips? Or why would you have 2 games against St. Louis both on Wednesdays coming up in next year? Like, how stupid is that? Well, MASL doesn't have teams that own their own stadiums and like that stuff like that, so it is tough. I do grant them that, but they have 6 of their first 10 games against St. Louis, and then no more after that.
God, Yeah, that is objectively ridiculous.
So they just played 4 of them. Yesterday they played the 4th game. They won that one. They won all 4. One of them going all the way to the shootout, overtime shootout. But they won all 4. So they won the I-70 Cup,
They can't.
which they won 4 straight of them because it's essentially a way to dunk on St. Louis every year because they usually aren't very good.
The league cannot be proud of that. I understand, like you said, it's difficult. They're making do with what they can, but man, they cannot be proud of that schedule there. 6 of the first 10 for those 2 teams. That's ridiculous.
And they've played 8 games. St. Louis has played 6, I think. And like one of the teams played like 5 or 6, and the other teams have played 2 because they don't want to start too early. But
Dang.
And the St. Louis keeps insisting on playing. They played the Black Friday, and they're playing on New Year's Eve. So because Kansas City is the closest team, so St. Louis insists on playing those days, and because Kansas City is the closest team, they can go over there and come back. So they have like mid-afternoon games, or like very early games, and they can get back. So like Kansas City Comets will be able to play New Year's Eve in St. Charles at Family Arena and be able to get back before
in front of no one, because literally that's who goes to the games.
Well, they're not nearly as well attended as they used to be because they've not been good.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're doing fairly well. They've lost a couple games that they should not have lost, and they waived last week Stefan Mijatovic, who is not a bad player, but has had some issues.
Had some issues. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll leave it at that. Listen to the Blue Turf for more on that.
We'll be recording one of those in the next couple days. Probably might be next year at this point. Just trying to work one in before New Year's would be not that easy.
Okay. Well, happy holidays to all of you. Thad, what'd you get for Christmas?
Happy family.
You got a
That's
happy
really
family.
what I wanted.
Your daughter didn't get you anything? A necktie or something?
No, she got me like some watercolor paper for painting.
Okay, Robert, what'd you get? Anything good?
Liverpool garb, Cody. I'm sure.
There we go.
Hey, they're up
he
to
was
4th
waiting.
now. They're up to 4th.
Yeah, and man, now I'm forgetting. Who is it that's in 3rd place? Somebody's hanging on in 3rd place right now. I'm forgetting.
Villa.
Aston Villa, yes,
Yeah.
is hanging on. I like that. Carrie, did you get anything soccer? I should have ended on Robert. He had such an emphatic answer there.
That's okay. My sister got me a candle, took off, like, it's a teal candle. She took off the logo of the candle and wrote like Tamara Chewinga's golden boots. So that's the scent.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Happy New Year to everyone. Well,
Cody, did you get something good?
I bought all of the good stuff for myself on Black Friday. But yeah, I got a bunch of gift cards. I can go shopping. I need some clothes. Lululemon, Banana Republic.
Fancy.
Yeah, I bought myself on Black Friday a phone, a watch, and earbuds, all in one fell swoop.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, it was good. Back to Android. It's a good life.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Happy New Year to all of you. We will talk to you next year.
Morning.
Skipper has just been sent off. Supporters strong and long gone soft. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking.